Warning. The Zero Dead podcast is made for mature audiences only. Content warnings can be found in the episode description.
Hello lovely people, and welcome to episode 4 of Impossible Landscape. Sebastian is busy this week with work, so I get to edit this one, so I get to do what the hell I like. But seriously, I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode, and make sure to give us a rating as it really helps us out with the search results. Enjoy!
Welcome back, everybody. Last time, before this, we did movies, TV shows, favorite song, and now the question was, what's your favorite computer game of the 90s? Luke.
It's quite hard to pick for me because that was my gaming renaissance, was the 90s. So I could pick from a list of about 50 and give you basically a top 50 of my favourite games. And everyone expects me in this group to pick Doom here. But I'm not. I'm going to go with a different game for a different reason. Half-Life. It was the first time from in gaming perspective where stuff went from basically being Doom clones where you just go from one end to the level, find the exit button, bam, done, to actually having a narrative. Like that Black Mesa transit system just blew me away at the time. Yeah. And still to this day, I even load up Half-Life every so often just to ride the tram because it sets the tone, it sets the incoming storm of everything. And it was the first game in the first person perspective to do a proper narrative.
Yeah.
And ever since then, it's just got even better and better.
That's a very good pick. Oh, thank you, Luke. Any honorable mentions?
Well, honorable mentions, of course, Doom. My first ever game I ever played.
Yeah.
Command & Conquer, the first real-time strategy game I ever played, and still play to this day.
Thank you very much. Faye, what's your favorite game of the 90s?
I didn't play video game in the 90s, almost. But my cousins had a video game, and every time I would go there, my favorite game to play was Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yes.
I really liked it, and I was not good at it. I'm still not good at it. And I also remember pressing all the buttons with not so ever knowing what was going to happen just to see if I could win. I was trying to remember the name of my favorite character. And I do not know her name, but I know that she would throw people with her hair. I remember that. But anyways, that was it. That's what I remembered of video game in the 90s.
That's a good choice. Any runner-up, or was this most of what you played?
Yeah, well, I also remember playing Aladdin.
Yes.
I also played that. I also played one with the monkey. But also, no, I don't think that was in the 90s. Probably Aladdin and Mortal Kombat was mostly what I played.
Oh, good choices. Good choices. For myself, I was looking, and the Game Boy came out in the 90s in Europe. So I played a lot of Game Boy games. But if we're specifically talking about PC games, one that has a special place in my heart is King's Quest VI. Air Today, Gone Tomorrow. I played that game like crazy. I was absolutely infatuated with these King's Quest games. They were so different from everything else I've ever seen, because I used to play Doom a lot and Wolfenstein and all the shooters. But this was really like the first puzzle game that I played, and I was totally infatuated with it. Runner-up is, of course, Doom, because you gotta have Doom on the list, but also Commander Keen. I've played so many Commander Keen games, just seeing if they're actually in the 90s. Yes, in the 90s. Whew, made it. December 1990. Woo! Cutting it close there. But still, I had so much fun on those games. And Earthworm Jim, and again, just like Luke, I can give you a top 100 of my favorite games. It's just a never-ending story with these 90s things. But indeed, Wolfenstein, Doom, also Rise of the Triad, which I used to play before school. Just some light violence before school, before first period. Yeah, like we
just
said,
to get ready for the day.
Yeah, like we said with the TV shows and the movies, I think it's safe to say where it all started, and Rise of the Triad was a big part of it. I'll stop now before I incriminate myself any further. Jeroen.
For me, this was a very easy one, actually. For me, it's Age of Empires 2, which I played so much when I was like really small. Like I didn't understand a word of it because I didn't speak any English. I must have been like somewhere between like 7 and 10 or something when I was playing this. And just like, I'm pretty sure that I played the William of Wallace campaign, like the tutorial campaign. I must have played that like 50 times over because it was the only thing I could actually do, because everything else I was getting my ass kicked at because I had no idea what was going on. Yeah, I went back to it like, I don't know, like a year ago, I think, to the definitive edition that was released a couple of years ago, and it's still so much fun. Also watching professionals play it in like tournaments and stuff. It's
they have professional, really?
Age of Empires 2 tournaments. It's still happening with like prize pools of like $20,000-$30,000.
Wow.
Yeah, it's insane. Because they're still bringing out like new DLC and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. With the definitive edition that they started like 5 years ago. Like there've been like 5 new DLC packs or something.
That's right. I might need to get back into Age of Empires 2. Walla.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. It's just a shame that like the main streamer who like hosts the tournaments and stuff moved from Twitch and YouTube to Facebook gaming.
Ooh,
so, rip.
That's kind of dirty.
Yeah, some VODs on YouTube now still, but yeah, it's not the same.
It never is.
Nope. I do also have some runner-ups. 2 racing games, Speedboat Attack and Redline Racer. Redline Racer is like a moto racing game, and I didn't know this until like yesterday evening when I was looking this up. They're the first 2 racing games that Criterion ever did before they made Burnout.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So I think my dad has just like had like a really good taste in video games.
Nice. Oh, that reminds me of Death Rally. Death Rally was a top-down racing game where you kitted out your car to kill other cars on the track and kill civilians on the side and onlookers. It was a really weird game, but I played that a lot too. Again, stopping now before I incriminate myself any further. Sana.
Yes, we had a computer and we had internet quite early. I mean, not in the 90s, but I was always asking my dad for games because we didn't have any games on the computer. And he once brought home 2 demos, and I did not know that they were demos until lots later when I could never finish a level. And the 2 demos were Tomb Raider and the other one was Carmageddon. And I don't understand how my dad, when I was really young, got me a demo of Carmageddon because my sister and I could not get enough of running over people and cows and blowing up cars. It was really funny. So those are, I think, my runner-ups. The game that when we did get games, we got them at the public library. So they were renting out games. And my favorite to get there or to take back home was Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey.
Yeah, that was also good.
I played that hours and hours. And I would love to play that again. Like, I was thinking about that. I would love to play that game again.
I think it's re-released Oddworld Abe's Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's even on
And there's
Steam.
a newer version as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
I'm going to download that.
You should.
I was thinking one more I also played. I didn't play that much. I think my cousins would play more and I would watch because I didn't like it so much. But it was Sonic.
Oh, yeah. On the Sega Genesis, probably.
Yeah, when I tried to play, like I said, I was not very good. So very fast, my cousins would be like, it's okay, it's enough. It's our turn.
Well, you know what else is enough? This loud cacophony of sound reverberating through the apartment the moment this sigil left the wall, and all of you hear it. All of you are brought to a knee, and after a short while the sound lowers and it begins to sound like a car horn blasting outside. I think, just to play your character for a second there, Agent Manhattan, you are the one that stands up and looks outside of the window, and what you see is a yellow cab blasting the horn. And a man, a very disheveled man, homeless, got the air of homelessness around him with his long raincoat, walking in front of the car, and he has a large snake around his shoulders as he's walking past. What do you do?
He's going to approach outside. He's going to walk outside.
But you're still in the apartment right now, so if you want to walk outside, sure.
Yeah, I'm going to walk outside.
If you're walking outside, that's going to take a hot second. So as you're walking outside of the apartment through the hallway, what's the rest doing?
Well, Medusa is just looking around to see if she wants to know where the sound is coming from.
Sounds like it's coming from outside now. It started deafening everywhere, like a cacophony of sound, and after a while it diffused down. After a while it sounded like the sound of a car horn blasting, and as Agent Manhattan was looking outside, he saw a cab driver blasting the horn, giving his middle finger to a guy who was walking in front of this cab.
All right, Medusa then it's just looking at everybody else in the apartment, like watching them, seeing what is their reaction. She doesn't want to sound like crazy and say that and think that she's the only one that heard it, so she's just watching to see if there is a reaction there.
Brandy's looking out the window as well. She wants to see what it is. And I think the moment that she realizes the guy has a snake and there was this noise, she's not going to let Agent Manhattan leave the room, or at least not go alone.
I think Agent Manhattan he's going, I think.
I'm trying to think of where in relation I am. Like, would Mother be between me and the door?
I think you would both be looking outside the window if Agent Mother is saying, I'm also looking outside the window. You both see the same thing.
So Manhattan would turn around and he'd start to storm off, and I reckon Mother would grab him then at that point.
Yeah.
Say, don't go. I'm going to give Mother a look if I have to go.
Why?
Is the horn still going off, or is the cab
No,
already
it stopped.
passed?
It stopped.
I'm not going to go then. I thought it was still going on. I was just going to walk outside. Hey, he's walking here.
Really? Was that what you...
Yeah, I was going to walk out there and just say, hey, man, get out the way. Don't worry about it. Just walk out. Hey, can you keep it down?
We're trying to work here.
Trying to work up here.
Jenny, what are you doing?
I'm also gonna... No, I'm gonna stay in the middle of the room, but I'm definitely gonna be asking, like, what's going on out there? Because I imagine that it's not a very big window, and it gets crowded there quite quickly.
Yeah, I would say it's wide enough for two people to look. Unless you want to do it Three Stooges style, just one on top of the other. It's pretty crowded.
It seemed like a homeless man, but with a snake.
Freaking New York.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, but I just told you all about the man with the Demon King of Hell, and his snake and the trumpets. I mean, we did hear this, right? Or maybe I'm too superstitious, I guess.
No, that was very weird.
And then a man with a snake?
I cannot believe I'm going to be the one to say that to you, but you're thinking too much about it. It's just a coincidence. Nothing is actually happening. We need to keep going, right?
It's just New York.
I think my hunter is right, yeah.
Well, do you want to do like an occult check or something?
I would say do a sanity check here, because this was fucking weird.
I also, while rolling this, I wanted to ask, did the thing we were trying to remove, did we remove fully?
Yeah, you removed it fully, and I'll put it in the chat so you can put it on the evidence board.
In the box, right?
Yeah, it fell into the box.
Perfect. I rolled the 50. It's under 68.
How is your sanity still so high?
68 is high. Well,
I'm at 40.
Yeah, but you started badly because you did a lot of, I don't remember what, but I remember at the end of it, you concluded that was bad for you, for your sanity.
Oh man, yeah, 75 over
that?
40. I do remember.
You know, Kelly's been doing some therapy since the last time you met.
Yeah, Brandy was in a cult, so you know.
Consequences.
Choices were made.
Why do I have to pick such complicated characters? Come on.
That's where the fun is.
Yeah.
It is true. Okay, well, yeah, I definitely failed.
I passed with a 6 under 64.
I rolled a 51 under 74.
All of you kind of brush it off, but Brandy, it's fitting, because you were the one who really wanted to explore what this is.
Yep.
You take 2 sanity point damage.
Getting closer to my breaking point.
You can always project.
Project, trust me, it's worth it. Project.
Actually, that might be a really good one.
While you're thinking this over, Faye,
Yeah,
I have a
what to say?
question. It's also regarding to the sanity loss. Can we check as a fail? Check.
Yeah, no, this was unnatural, so
to
there's no check. No.
I am going to do something which... Yeah, but sorry. Can I discuss this just with Sebas?
I thought she was going to say with the other players, but Sebas.
No. I want to discuss
All
this
right.
with just Sebas.
Everyone deafen.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Hello.
Hello. So I have 3 bonds.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's too early. The second one is Mother Superior, and she hasn't done anything wrong. The third one is Kelly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you want to project on Kelly, be my guest, but you got to role play it out. It doesn't have to be now, but it can also be later.
Yeah, I'm going to have to think about what I want to...
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm going to think about it.
Also, just between you and me, this episode doesn't come out for another 4 weeks, so you have some time
Okay, cool.
before they know what we talked about.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to think about it.
All right, I'm gonna get the red back.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Zero Dead Podcast.
We're playing Impossible Landscapes.
Episode 4. So, you don't have to tell just yes or no. Do you project, Sana?
Yeah, I do project.
All right. We'll discuss this later, but roll me a d4.
Okay. I'm looking for my... Oh, there. 4.
All right. I think you take 4 willpower damage, but I'm not 100% sure on this one.
If I project, I take willpower damage?
Yep.
That's not very good. Cool. And I take those points from my bond?
Yeah,
the
just the
2?
Just the 2. Yeah.
Cool.
So what do you guys want to do?
Since it seems that it worked, and I was trying to get a little bit like to the wall itself. I don't know if you remember that from last session. Yeah, I want to get like to the bricks, like to the actual wall to see if I find a hole or anything. That's my plan. But before that, I want to talk to them. Agents, I will put the box of things we're keeping to be destroyed here, and I'll show them where the box is. Manhattan and Mississippi. Did you find anything
No, I didn't find anything.
that you think should go to the box?
Nah.
Also, with the pictures we've been taking of the whole room, I suggest that we are careful of not taking them randomly, so we don't have problems with sending to FBI stuff that we don't want to.
Where are we storing the box exactly? Because she said here, but where is here?
Here is a table. I'm putting on the table.
Perfect.
It's not a very small box. I hope it will fit everything we need to destroy.
We don't need to take everything in one go, right? We can take it out, destroy some stuff today, come back, destroy some more stuff tomorrow. We've got time.
And because I'm also wondering how we are going to destroy these things, there is a chance of we leaving the apartment and the guy, the cop that was here, seeing us, we have to be careful with that.
I don't think he's very interested in this anymore.
All right.
I think he's glad to be rid of it.
I think he might have been waiting for us to arrive, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you remember correctly, he was very eager to hand off the crime scene to you.
Why, though?
I think he was bored out of his mind because he couldn't do anything.
Yeah. So I think it's 11 something now, right?
Yeah, you arrived at 11, had a quick powwow outside with Brandy, head inside, talked a few seconds, so it's like 11:30, somewhere between 11:50 and 11:30.
Okay, I think I want to go outside for smoking.
I'm gonna join you. Smoke break.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, I'll join you as well. But first, I have the picture of Alice down in my top, so I'm going to take that out, look at the picture of Alice again, and can I do a check to see where I recognise her from?
Are you doing this sneakily, or...?
No, I'm just going to do it blatantly in the room at this point.
All right, in that case, Agent Mother, you see that he has the picture that you thought you put back into the valise. And in the meantime, Agent Manhattan, I think it was a history roll that we talked about last time.
We're still doing house rules, right?
Don't tell me you got a 69.
69, baby.
Nice. All right, everybody except Agent Manhattan, deafen yourself, please. Agent Manhattan, you are looking at this picture, trying to remember, where do I know this girl from? You think back, it's difficult, but you went to Fat Tony this morning, and you remember that Fat Tony, at some point, like he does from time to time, he asks you something weird, a weird request for you to do. As you're thinking, Tony was the one that asked you to, for some unknown reason, mug this woman a year ago. Right around a year ago.
Just mug her.
Yeah.
So he just called me up one day. Hey, Vinny, go mug this girl.
Yeah. And being the good soldier that you are, why would you question it?
Yeah, true. But I feel like my bond with Fat Tony is going to disappear by the end of this campaign. Ooh, decisions now, isn't it, really? Do I reveal this information, or do I just storm off out the building to go and see Fat Tony and confront him about it?
Man, that's up to you, buddy. You can always let it simmer a bit.
Let's simmer for a bit, but Vinny, not Tony. Vinny's going to be a bit distant in the corner at this point. It's gonna, if anyone does a human check on me, they're just going to know something's up. And I'm going to leave it for about, let's say, about another hour in game. See what's going on around here. And if nothing's really kicked off, then I'm just going to storm out. I'm going to do the Patrick Bateman. I've got to return some videotapes and just walk out. So we'll go with that. So I'm just going to simmer for the moment.
Welcome back, everybody. Hello again. You see Agent Manhattan look at this picture as Agent Mississippi and Agent Medusa are to get a smoke. It's a little smoke break. And Vinny just stands there.
Do we see his expression change?
Well, give me a human roll.
Go for it.
60 under 65.
You see my expression change. Like a hint of anger, I would say, as I flick the picture of Alice into the briefcase and walk out for a smoke break.
Who is Alice?
Yes.
Yes, I got the name wrong on that one. Sorry, Spider.
Yes.
I keep saying Alice as well. I don't know why.
Yeah, me too.
I'll follow him and sort of pull him aside while the other ones are also leaving. And I'll say, can I have a moment, Manhattan?
Yeah, sister, for anything for you, sister.
I saw you looking at the picture. And over the years, I've learned to read people a bit better. And if you don't mind me asking, can you tell me what happened?
That's a sin I'm not going to admit to, but let's just say I know the girl. We've crossed paths before. I don't know her. I've just seen her before.
I mean, I'm not here to... We're working here as colleagues. I am not, you're none, I guess, but... So please don't... I do not need to know about all of your sins, I guess. But if you do ever need to talk, I'm here.
But I'll thank you, sister, and pass you a coin. But my sins will die along with me. Now, I really need that smoke break.
I understand.
And I walk off at the room.
Agent Mother, do you accompany them for a smoke, or are you starting your search in the apartment?
No, she doesn't smoke, and she doesn't want to partake. So she goes back into into Abigail's apartment and opens the thermos, pours a coffee, and starts looking around.
Give me a search roll.
My search sucks.
Sounds like a you problem.
I roll 81 over 21.
Rude.
Going through the motions, or taking a piece of paper from the wall, looking at it. Nothing interesting, putting it away, filing it away, updating the manifest, piece of paper, +1. Go back to the wall, take one piece of paper off the wall, piece of paper, +1. Put it in the box. As you continue, we leave Agent Mother to her task for now as we head outside and look at Agent Mississippi, Agent Medusa, and Agent Manhattan standing in front of the building, having a quick smoke break. Do you talk about anything? Do you divulge anything? What are you doing?
The man with the snake, is still outside?
No, long gone.
That was weird.
It's New York. Seen weirder stuff here.
That's true. Manhattan, what were you talking to Agent M back there?
It's just asking me about my sins.
Oh, yeah.
Clergy stuff. You keep it in confession. God rest your soul.
Did you confess anything?
That's between me and God.
And Agent M, maybe.
Well, I'm not going to get into that right now, Medusa. Why the 20 questions? We just come out here for a smoke break.
That's true. Did you guys go downstairs yesterday?
Yeah. There's some pretty cool paintings in there.
Yeah,
Nice.
follow. Let's go and have a look.
Yeah, sure.
We're already outside on the steps, aren't we? On the stoop.
Yeah, you are.
So we might as well just walk straight down into the basement, which is right next to us.
Yeah, the lock is it's still a bit broken, so you can open the door to the basement without any trouble. Open it, still the same darkness that greets you. None of you thought about bringing a flashlight today, which would have been very handy, but, live and learn. There's always tomorrow.
We're all smokers, we've got lighters.
Yeah, you can use your lighter, sure.
Can I try to check the doors?
Yeah, what do you want to check?
The first door would be from the first apartment?
Yeah,
Abby's apartment?
that's Abigail's apartment, yeah.
Want you check it out?
You try and open it. It's locked.
Do you guys have the key?
I don't.
I got something better. And I pull out my lockpicks. Can I pick the lock?
Universal key.
Let's just say the skeleton key. And I pick the lock.
Yeah, roll me a lockpick.
Locksmithing of 60. Roll a D100. 33. Critical success.
It's not a sturdy lock. Like, they put in all their effort in the actual door to the basement. Like, the cubicles themselves, they're not very secure. So you go in there, open the lock without any trouble, and open the door. It's dark. Kind of a musty smell. Mildew. Maybe some rat droppings here and there. You can smell rat pee. Step inside with your lighter. The far end of this basement cubicle, you see old boxes, old moving boxes.
I want to check inside the boxes. If I cannot see, like if the room is very dark that I cannot see, I would not mind to take one of the boxes outside. Unless if it's a lot of trouble, if I can do it inside, I will. But otherwise, I would take one box outside.
You can take one box outside. That's no problem. The fact is that you don't have any light source, a good light source. You have lighters, but lighters are not very practical for investigation. So you pick up a box, feels a bit soggy, smells of mildew, and you get the feeling that if you put a bit of pressure on this box, it will crumple due to old age.
Mm-hmm.
Take it outside, set it on the step, open it. Just old pieces of clothing, old pieces of what look like newspaper clippings, and a few pots and pans, some china. There's one box that has what looks like picture.
Let's check that one.
Yeah. you take out the picture, hold it up to the light outside, and you check this picture. You check the house that you're standing in front of. Check the picture again. It's the same house.
It's the same building.
It's the same building, and it's a picture of a family and a large mastiff dog sitting in front on the steps of the McAllister building.
Do you have a copy of this picture,
Nope.
or can you just describe it a bit more? How many people in the family?
It's about 4 people, man, woman, 2 children. As you turn it over, on the back it says, Family with Abram, Christmas 47.
With who, sorry? Abram?
Family with Abraham, Christmas 47.
And you said it has a dog.
A large mastiff, yeah.
I'm going to assume that's Abraham.
It's a fair assumption, yeah.
Yes. But looking at the picture, do any of the people look recognizable? Do any of them look like Alice?
No?
Do the people in the picture also look anything like the scratched eye couple?
No, looks like a totally normal picture from mid to late 1940s. The dress style is just 1940s. It's a large mastiff dog on the staircase. It's nothing weird, actually.
You say nothing's weird, but it's a picture from 1947 of that house. Why she got it?
As you check the rest of the boxes, most of the paperwork is from 1940. So maybe it's just never used, this basement box.
Does the other papers seem to be related to the family? Like, can you connect the amount of people? So buildings or credit card, I don't know anything. Credit card, I don't know. Anything that would relate the papers to the pictures, like the people in the picture.
Yeah, it's all what looks like as you're checking. The name Lundin is prevalent in most, if not all, of this 1940s paperwork.
Do you think that the building has a problem with mold? Like water leaking somewhere?
Didn't see anything, didn't smell anything upstairs.
Yeah, I'm not a plumber, man.
Thank you. I want to check the paintings as well. So I want to go to the next room. The picture of the family, I will keep it with me to bring it upstairs to show Agent M, and also maybe put it away to, I don't know. I want to show her also. Want her to know that.
Yeah, that's good. The paintings. Last session, Agent Mississippi gave a hint that she wanted to take one of the pictures home. Did she, or did she leave it there?
I left it in the basement. Sorry, because I understood them to be pretty big as well, right?
They are quite sizable, but you could just take one. I mean, it's not like it's a 4-meter canvas.
Okay, good to know.
Good to know, yes. So there's still, as you walk into this room, door is unlocked. Head inside. Agent Mississippi, are you following?
I am.
Roll me alertness.
42 over 40.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
You're walking in. Doesn't seem like anything's changed. Still 3 paintings on the side of this room and the large canvas, or the larger canvas. Agent Medusa, you walk in, you look around, see these 3 paintings stacked against the wall, and this large easel with a cloth over it. What do you do?
I want to examine the paintings a bit closer.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense, like, she wants to touch it. She wants to check the sides behind it. It's not attached to the wall, so she wants to move it.
Wait, sorry, Which painting are you talking about right now? Because there's 3 against the wall, just stacked against the wall, and 1 on the easel.
Well, the clown one should disturb her, but since Agent M already talked about it, she was already prepared to see it. I'm going to say she will pass it. She will avoid it.
Still roll me a sanity check there. Because hearing it is something else than seeing it.
41 under 68.
You're lucky, you heard about it before, so you could steal your resolve. What are you checking about these pictures?
I don't care about the content of the picture. I want to see if there is anything behind it, around it. If there is anything weird out of... It's just a painting, like... Is there a date? Is there a paper hidden?
You examine them expertly, but you find nothing of interest.
I don't know if it's dark enough. I would also like to check for wires in the ceiling.
All right, so I'll give this is going to take some time with your with your lighter to check this whole room. So in the meantime, as you're doing this is going to take an hour to check this room thoroughly.
Well, she doesn't want to do that, but I understand what you're doing. Yes.
Okay. In the meantime, Agent Mother.
Yes.
You just keep on chugging, keep on trucking.
I think after a couple of pieces of paper and not really seeing anything, she remembers that there is like an entire other floor to this apartment building, and she wants to go upstairs.
Sure. So after a while, say 50 minutes, half an hour, you get kind of tired of cataloging all these things, and there's no end in sight. Doing it with more people might give you some way to power through, but just going at this alone, it's mind-numbingly boring. Then you think, oh yeah, there's another floor and another floor above. And you know that there's 2 people living upstairs. Head out of the apartment, past the little domicile cubicle thingy with what used to be the telephone. Head up the flight of stairs. You arrive at the landing of the 2nd floor. On the left-hand side are 2 empty apartments. On the right-hand side, to the north, is Michelle Van Fitt's apartment, and to the south is Louis Post's apartment. What do you do?
I mean, I know that these apartments are empty, but I'm not sure. I don't think Brandy knows.
That's fair to say. Yeah, sure.
So I think she goes to the left. I think to the back of the building.
Uh-huh.
Towards the left-hand side apartment.
Okay.
And is the door open or closed?
It's closed.
I guess she knocks on the door, and when there's no answer for a while... Well, actually, is there no answer?
There is indeed no answer. And it sounds very hollow as you are knocking on the door.
She will, just for the sake of it, try the door handle.
Door opens. You step in.
And, yeah.
It's an empty apartment.
Okay. Guess she moves on to the next one.
You check the other door to the north.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Knock on the door, no answer. Try the door handle. Again, opens up. Check around, empty apartment.
Okay. Goes to the apartment on the left-hand side, so I think that one will be Michelle's.
You pass the stairway again. You see the apartment number, and it corresponds with the name on the mailbox for Michelle Van Fitz.
Mm-hmm.
Knock on the door. You hear some shuffling inside, and the door opens. Hey, who are you? How can I help you?
Hi, I'm an agent, an advisor with the FBI. Don't worry, I'm not an agent.
The moment you say this, an advisor with the FBI, she kinda, her body stands gets a bit rigid and a bit like, oh, this again.
I apologize. You must have talked to so many people, and I understand that, you don't want to do this, but please also understand that I have to do my job.
Sure, whatever.
I just have some questions, if that's all right. And I promise I won't take up much of your time.
Sure. What is it about? Is it about the girl again? Is it about Abby?
Yes.
All right. What do you want to know?
What was your relationship with her? Did you see her often?
No, I've almost never. We saw each other sometimes in the hallway or something. Bumped into each other at the mailboxes and maybe outside or something. But that's it. I didn't really know her.
Okay. Have you ever been inside of her apartment?
No. Why would I?
Did you notice a lot of people coming in and out of her apartment before she left? Did she ever?
The last few months, yeah. Yeah, a lot of FBI men, it's always men, came inside, yeah.
I understand. It must have been, I can imagine what that must have been like.
Sure.
I meant before all of the men came over and all of the FBI men were around, or the policemen were around.
Yeah.
Did she have a lot of visitors?
I don't know. She's on the other side of the apartment. I don't really... I've never seen anybody... No. Maybe she brought in a boy or something. I don't know. Just saw her with an old man sometimes. I think it was her father or something.
Can you describe what the old man looked like?
Like an old man, like a cop or something.
Did he have any distinguishing features? An old men kind of look the same, don't you think?
He just looked like an old man, like they all do. All these fucking men look the same.
I guess one last question.
Yeah.
Are you aware that anyone has a dog in the apartment?
No, there's no dogs allowed in the apartment. Our life is very strict about it. Can't even have a parakeet or something. Why?
I understand that, dogs or pets aren't allowed, but, people find ways to get a pet inside.
Yeah, I don't have a dog, but like the men in here, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're men trying to circumvent rules all the time. Yeah?
Of course, yeah. Can I just have you for one more minute?
What?
What about the men in the apartment?
What about them?
Who else is living in the apartment?
Well, you have that cartoonist across from here. You have like some sort of writer downstairs and some sort of painter, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the rest of all the other houses, all the other apartments are empty.
Yeah, I wonder why is that? It seems that could be making more money if they were rented out.
I don't know. It's not my... I don't mind. It's there's probably more men coming in, so I'm good with them not renting them out.
Okay, I get that.
Right.
I'm just gonna write this down.
Yeah, sure.
Can you remind me of the date?
It's today.
My brain is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
It's today.
What's the date today? I can't remember.
Look, I've been sick for a while. I've been working a lot. I've been writing a lot. So just just leave me be, okay?
Of course, no problem.
And she closes the door. Tries to close the door.
If there is anything else, please let us know. We're right downstairs.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye. Have a blessed day.
All right, let's check in with everybody else then, for now. We're checking in with Agent Mississippi, Agent Medusa, and Agent Manhattan, who are, I think, still in the basement. Is there anything you want to do in the basement yet?
I think I didn't find any wire, right?
No, there's no wire. No.
Maybe we should go back upstairs. Agent M is alone. Do you guys want to check the other rooms, or you want to go back to Agent Mother?
I think we should go back.
All right. Mississippi, you're coming?
Yeah, but anyone else getting a bit hungry? I could go for lunch.
Yeah.
I know diner. Just down the road.
Is it the same one you took us yesterday?
Maybe.
Should we go get Mother first?
Yeah, I need to get my bag also.
Ah, yeah.
I will put the boxes back into the Abby's room and we can go upstairs.
Sure, so you put the boxes back in the basement cubicle?
Yeah, I'm not leaving them.
Yeah, close the door behind you, head upstairs. As you're heading upstairs, Agent Mother's coming down the stairs.
Do I notice any type of dog steps? Like dirty from walking outside or something like that?
No, the only thing you see is the dog shit in the hallway. Smeared over the carpet.
All right, I'll avoid that. Entering the apartment. Agent M?
You guys stayed away for a long time.
We went to the basement and we found some stuff downstairs. We're going for a quick lunch right now, but before we leave, I wanted to show you this picture we got.
Do I recognize anyone in the picture?
No.
Okay. While you guys were downstairs, I tried to do some searching, but I think I might still be a little bit shocked of what happened this morning. So I decided to go upstairs to see if I could find anything else, and I spoke to Michelle. I believe she's a poet and a writer, and I didn't get a lot of information from her apart from that she really does not like men very much. Oh. And also that she didn't know Abby very well, but she saw her with a older male, which she believes is her father. And I tried to ask them for the date, but it seems like no one wants to tell us what day it is. Anyway, I'm up for lunch. I'm hungry as well. Sorry. Yes.
Let's go. I would just grab my bag and walking out, waiting for Agent M to leave also, so I can lock the door this time.
I'll just start walking off then. We're all going to the diner.
Yeah, I'll hand wave the travel there.
Travel.
It's uneventful. Head into the diner. Get your the same booth you had last time.
Yeah, but instead of me going into the booth, I'm going to go up to the bar and start using the telephone in there to call Fat Tony.
Okay. You head to the bar, grab the phone, get a wink from the waitress, wink back. You call up Fat Tony. Hey, Tony Pizzeria.
Hey, put the boss on. Tell him it's Vinny.
Vinny, okay. Hey, boss, Vinny on the phone. I don't fucking know. Okay, 1 second, Vinny. You hear heavy footsteps moving closer to the phone. Vinny, miss me already.
Of course, Tony, but I got a question to ask you.
What is it?
You normally say it's no questions asked, but remember that girl you got me the mug last year?
I'm thinking, Tony, I'm thinking. Sure, yeah.
A girl called Alice?
I guess, yeah.
Well, let's just say the feds are looking into her.
Okay, Tony, what's this to do with me?
Well, I just need to know what the hell's going on, Tony. Why do you get me the mugger?
Look, Vinny, I give you orders. I don't like you questioning my orders there.
I never question your orders. I still carry them out, but I'd just like to know why, because I just want to know if the feds are involved, my ass is clean. Capiche?
Vinny, I feel like it's a bit suspicious that you ask for a day off and then call me and telling me I'm a rat.
Tony, I'm not saying you're a rat. I'm saying that we might have a rat in our lovely organization.
Vinny, why don't you come in? We can talk about it, huh?
Haha, Tony. I don't just have time just to come down right now. Come on, boss. We've known each other for years. We're family.
I thought so, Vinny, but you ask me all these questions and I'm not sure. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it mano a mano, eh?
I'll be there, Tony. Gonna put down the phone.
Okay.
Rejoin him at the booth.
Sure thing.
Did the agent give us, or the handler give us, any type of communication mobile of the time?
No.
So I'm suggesting to the table that we get beepers to be able to communicate to each other in case we split, or in case we have an emergency.
Oh no, I don't want any of them computers.
Mississippi, it's important. I mean, it's needed.
Is it?
Yeah. How are you going to communicate? Are you going to write me a letter?
You can call me. But
from your home? What if you're not home?
Well, then you'll have to try again.
Well, that's not very handy, is it?
No. I still don't want any of those damn computers.
All right. Manhattan, is it okay if I use the phone you were using? Is it a public? I don't know if was it a public.
Let's just say it's not public, but I know some people. And I signal to the waitress to use the phone again.
I'll also smile to the waitress, just in case, you know.
He looks very angry at you, like she's staring daggers at you.
Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Kelly will stand up, walk a bit scared of the waitress to the phone, to the telephone. She will call her editor, Frank.
Roll me a luck roll. Over or under 50?
I feel lucky today, so under. I was wrong, 82. Not lucky today.
You call the number and his receptionist answers, Jacqueline.
Is she answering?
Yeah, Jacqueline answers, and you ask if he's there. She says no. He's out. Might be back later today.
Oh, please ask him to contact me. I should be home by 8 p.m. It's important.
Kelly, is that you?
Yeah.
So, Kelly, I'll give him the message right away when he gets back. 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything I can do for you now, or?
Well, maybe you can help. I have a writer trying to get the contact of his editor to do some research about my next book. And I wanted to know which editor who is the editor of this writer? Do you think you would be able to find out that for me?
I would have to sneak it to his office and maybe use his Rolodex.
I don't want to put you in trouble. It's just, I can wait for him if you can't.
Are you sure?
Well, do you think you can do it? Frank. He's not going to be angry. He's a nice guy.
Okay, give me a sec.
Thank you, dear.
And you hear her pitter-patter away, come back and say, which name are you looking for?
The writer is called Roger Karen.
Rolodex sounds. Lots of Rolodex sounds. I think I have it. It's Carmen Wagner. She works at one of our partner agencies. Would you like the number?
Please.
And she gives you the number.
I note on my common notebook. Thank you, dear. Since you're already there, I also have an illustrator. I would like to check in also for the new book. I'm trying different stuff. Do you think you can look for it too?
What's the name?
Louis Post.
Let me check. No. This name... Oh, wait, yeah, I see something here. It's Mike Servers. It's not an editor, it's an agent. Yeah, like a publishing agent or something?
Yes, that's actually perfect. Mike, what did you say?
Mike Severs.
Do you also have his number?
Yeah, I also have his number.
I do not know what I would do without you. You're really a sweetheart. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Now we'll walk back to the table. When we go back to the building, I was thinking, do we want to organize ourselves like as a team responsible for each part? Like one of us for papers, other for pictures, other for weird objects, the occult, for example?
I guess, but we don't really know what's going to be occult and what isn't until we see it, right? So maybe we can divide and conquer. Like one does the table, one does the wall, one does the cabinets.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, guys, I'm not so good with the cult stuff, so I don't know what help I can be.
Well, I think I appreciate your presence as a security person. I feel like if anything, comes through a problem, it would be nice to have you there to take care of it. So, Jenny, you don't like technology. I know we are not supposed to talk about each other, but I'm really curious.
I don't trust it. All made by the dang Chinese. You never know who's listening in. Can't trust them, I say. Nothing wrong with good old paper.
Oh, you're writing that. I agree. I love writing. So paper is my best friend. It has always been like that. It's very difficult to make conversation when you cannot know about...
Well, maybe we should keep to the case then.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I agree.
Yeah.
I will have one more sip of the wine.
Looking all sheepishly, like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say it, since I'm not good at basically searching in the apartment for anything, I'll go and talk to the other people in the apartment, see what I can find out from them.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
All right.
Just want to warn you about Michelle. I'm not sure she's gonna want to talk to you.
Why's that?
I don't think she likes men very much. It seemed like she didn't want to talk to... But then we haven't spoken to Lewis, I guess. So we can speak to Lewis, and maybe one of us should get in contact with... What was her name? Cynthia? She was the building manager? Because I don't understand how that building is run with all the bills overdue and no one, I guess, paying. I don't understand how they're not thrown out yet.
I'll make a few calls. I'll see if I can get in contact.
Well, yeah, maybe it's just because it's very badly administrated. Maybe they don't care much. They already know that the people that live in those apartments are not in their best moment regarding to money, so...
Yeah, but it's a bit weird how the power's still on in Thomas and Roger's apartment. It seems weird how the first floor's got power, but the basement doesn't. Was the power up on the second floor?
I didn't notice anything out of place, and
Oh, maybe it's a problem only in the basement then.
Maybe we should pick up a couple of flashlights so we can explore the basement a bit better, and maybe one of us can look at the electricity.
Well, I know Manhattan is not a trained person to do that. A plumber.
I'm not an electrician either.
Electrician, yeah. Is it a luck roll to say that on the way to the restaurant we saw a store where we can buy the flashlights?
Sure. And if it's not on the way, it's like there is a gazillion little stores that you could buy a flashlight in New York City. And if there's not, it's not a place I want to live.
And on the way back, is also okay to say that I passed by a place where I can buy 4 beepers?
It's the same store. What do you know?
That's perfect.
Oh, does that mean that you're leaving the diner, or?
Yeah, well, I'm done with my food and my wine, so.
Well, let's get a mission plan. Let's get a plan of who's going to be searching what. So I'm going to go and try and contact the building manager and go and see Lewis upstairs. Who's going to be searching the apartment? What else we got to do?
I'm waiting for some calls regarding some of the people of the apartments. I can try to go contact Cynthia, but I think Manhattan is taking care of that as well. So I believe I'll just be back in the apartment doing what we were asked to do, which is, like to...
Keep our cover up?
Yeah.
If you don't mind, Agent Manhattan, I'd like to come with you because I've got a feeling that things might get out of hand if no one comes with you. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Skip that. I'm going to say, I think I can bring a calming presence to the conversations that we're going to have with people.
Manhattan cracks his knuckles. Good cop, bad cop. I like it.
Where's the sad cop? I'll be the focused. Focused.
You'll be the fucked cop.
English is not my
just had
first
a few
language.
wines, it's fine.
I will be the focused. I will be focusing on the papers.
Well, that leaves Agent Mississippi.
Yeah, I can have a look at the electricity and the wiring, see if there is anything weird going on.
That'd be
All
really
right.
helpful.
Should we go and pay the bill? And go?
Oh, I'll leave $100 on the table. Again, wink at the waitress.
I'm going to look very much away from the waitress.
Right, and we leave the diner then, and then go to a Radio Shack, get some flashlights, get some beepers.
Yeah.
Go back to the apartment.
Can I pick up like a multimeter?
Yeah, sure. So you head back to the apartment. You split up, which is not a staple that you shouldn't do in Delta Green and Call of Cthulhu. Just cover more ground, always smart. That means that Agent Mississippi is going to check the breaker box, check the wiring and everything. Agent Medusa is going to check, keep up appearances and catalog things in the apartment. And Agent Manhattan and Agent Mother, are you first going to Lewis Post or are you going to Ardlight?
Let's take it to Lewis first.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Sure. Agent Medusa, roll me a search roll.
I was waiting for that. Does it help that I had a glass of wine?
If anything, it's deteriorating. But...
I rolled 58 under... No, it's over. Over 20.
Over 20, so again, just filing away random pieces of paper. Nothing stands out, nothing really catches your eye. Just keep them cataloged, and you continue. Mississippi is checking the wiring. You check the breaker box, and you've seen breaker boxes before. Everything about this breaker box says old. Very old. You put your multimeter against some of the wires. All of them just give power. Like nothing has been shut off here.
What about the ones leading to the basement?
You check them and doesn't seem to be any power leading to the basement.
Do I see any kind of problem there?
No, it's almost like the breaker box is functioning like it should.
Can I roll electrician to find out what might be the problem there?
Sure.
51 over 30.
Yeah, you've seen breaker boxes, but this one is so old, it has very old plugs and one of these switches that you need to turn on and off for the power.
Ah, so if I push it, it might come on again.
It's in the on.
Oh.
You can try and turn it off.
Yeah, I'm going to do the age-old trick of turning it off and back on again.
You switch the lever to off, use your multimeter, still there's power.
That's weird, right?
That's hella weird. That shouldn't be possible.
Do I have to roll sanity for that?
Do
I
you
feel
think?
like I have to roll sanity.
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, sure.
Well, 70. Under 74.
Wow, yeah. It's so old, it must be something weird with this wiring, and it's just difficult. But you keep on trucking, keep on checking these multiple cables and switching it on and off again, taking out some of the breakers, putting them back in. Power stays on.
I'm gonna leave it then, and I'm gonna help Agent Medusa with the archiving.
Okay. As you head back inside of the apartment, we check in with Agent Mother and Agent Manhattan.
So, standing in front of Lewis's door now, we'll give a lovely little knock.
Door opens. You see a man, what looks like early 20s, short, thin man. His hands are blackish with ink. He opens the door and says, "Hey, can I help you?"
Hey, I'm an FBI advisor, Dominic Coco. This is Mary May Leland.
Hey, yeah, sure.
We need to
What
ask
can
you
I
a few
do?
questions.
Yeah.
Can we come in?
Yeah, sure. It's a bit of a mess. Sorry. I've been working pretty. I've deadlines, you know. You can come in. You head in this apartment. It's really messy. Like the mess, it started in the kitchen and it's kind of overflowing into the living room. It's all boxes of pizza, cups, bottles. But his painting station is very clear, and he has work laying on the painting station or the illustration station. He points to his couch and says, "Yeah, here, have a seat. I don't think I can offer you a drink right now. It's a bit messy. I don't have any clean glasses, but yeah, sure. What can I help you with? Sit down, please. Sit down.
Actually, just out of interest, my brother used to be really into illustrations. Is it okay if I just have a little look? I promise I won't leak anything, you know, but I'd love to have a look at your work.
Yeah, sure. Just leave everything as it is. Do not move anything, but yeah, sure, you can look.
Of course. I want to look at what he's drawing.
You check his drawings, and you know those comics in the paper and stuff? It looks a lot like those.
Do I notice any repetition in stuff, or are they all the same? Or are they all different? Sorry. What I'm thinking in my head is like Jack Torrance writing "All work, no play makes Jack a dull boy" in The Shining, and I'm wondering if he's doing that, but with his drawings.
No. It's just normal drawings that you can see. Yes, sir. What can I help you with?
So you know the girl downstairs, Abby?
Well, I know of her. Yeah. Sure. But I told to the other officers already that didn't really know her. I had one altercation with her a few years, not a few years, but a year back. So she had a party. It was very loud. I wanted to sleep. But other than that, we didn't really have any type of relationship, friendly or otherwise, not even really acquaintances, you know? No. So
yeah, but you had an altercation with her. Could you tell me the date of this altercation?
I think it was New Year's Eve.
And you'd say that's about 6 months ago, then?
Yeah, give or take, sure. Yeah, maybe a bit longer.
I'm sorry, I'm just forgetting now. I'm just writing down in my notes, you know. What's today's date again?
Probably like somewhere mid-August, early August.
August, well. So, Louis, this altercation, was it... I'm guessing you had the same altercation as Roger, and it was a noise complaint about a New Year's Eve party?
Yeah, that was it. She lived right under here, so yeah.
When was the last time you saw her or bumped into her?
Probably a few months back. She didn't really leave her room much, I think, and well, neither do I. I saw her sometimes outside, but that's about it. Yeah.
Did you ever see or hear people coming in and out of her apartment? I mean, before she disappeared, not lately, because I know there's been a lot of people.
No, not really. I honestly, I don't really. How do you say? I don't really communicate with people that well. Yeah, the doctors say I'm slightly antisocial. Yeah, no, but I'm working on it. Yeah.
I think you're doing a great job right now, Louis.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been working on it for a long time. But yeah, no, just me and the girl downstairs, we didn't really see eye to eye, I think, or maybe never even tried.
Do you have any connections to the other people who live here?
No, not really. I know of them. I know the woman across the hall is Miss Fenfitz. I think she's a poet. I don't really like her work though. No. And I think there's Mr. Karoon. I read a few of his books. They're okay, I guess, if you're into that sort of thing.
Strange question. We, I don't know if you noticed or have been outside today, but there's a rather large pile of dog feces on the steps, and I was wondering if anyone owns a dog in the apartment.
No, Artlife doesn't allow dogs here.
Okay. We were also wondering if we could get in contact with the person who runs the building.
Artlife does. You would have to check in with that.
Do you maybe have a number or a contact?
Yeah, probably. I would have to look. And he looks at his apartment. Quite messy. Ooh, I don't want to be a pain, but it might take a bit to find it.
I mean, we're going to be working downstairs in Abigail's apartment. So if you do find it, please come and find us. Also, one more question. I heard something. I think it was Thomas who told us there is a night manager.
Night manager? No, not that I know. No.
Yeah, a Mr. and she looks very deep into her brain. A Mr. Castaigne. Ever heard of him or met him?
No, never heard of him.
Okay. I think those were all of our questions for now, but we'll probably be back and to ask you some more. We're just doing our job in the apartment downstairs and
sure, anything I can do to help. Anything I can do.
Great. Thank you so much. Unless, do you have any more questions?
Well, no, but I was going to say, while the questions are being asked, can I just have a quick look around the room? I'm not moving or I'm not explicitly searching for anything, but is there anything in this room that could link Abby? Or an occultish kind of, like any symbols or anything?
Roll me a search roll.
94 over 41.
It's super messy, but nothing really stands out to you.
Can I do a search roll as well?
Sure.
I mean, it's far-fetched because my search is 22, but, who knows? 92.
It's super messy. You're looking around and the only thing that really stands out is the fact that there's garbage overflowing from the kitchen. Like he hasn't really been paying attention to his housekeeping for a long time.
Can I do a human check to see if he is...
Yeah, sure.
5 under 65?
You can tell with your 5 that he is not lying about his antisocial tendencies. You might even think in today's parlance that he is a high-functioning autistic person. He's not weirder than anyone else in the building, or you for that matter.
Cool. And well, I guess thank you so much for talking to us, Louis. And I just want to say that you did a great job talking to us.
Thank
so
you
I wouldn't call you antisocial at all.
Well, that's what the doctors say, but I don't know. I'm working on it. Yeah, I would give you a hand, but my hands are like very dirty, and you see his hands are covered in ink. Sorry.
Louis, just one more question.
Yeah.
Do you know who lives on the top floor?
Nobody lives there. No, all the apartments upstairs are closed, are empty.
Have you ever heard of a guy called Mark?
Yeah, I know a few Marks. I went to school with a Mark. He was in my class, but I haven't talked to him in almost a decade, I think.
Louis, focus. Recently, any Marks you know recently?
A Mark Rourke? Does that name ring a bell?
No. It's a weird name, Rourke. Isn't that the actor?
No, it's Mickey Rourke.
Oh, then no, I don't know.
Okay, thank you so much for your help, and I'm sure we'll be in touch. If you find that number, let us know.
Yeah, sure. I'll get right on it. Yeah, after I'm done with my work, I'll get right on it. Yeah.
Great. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Louis.
No, thank you.
Have a blessed day.
Yeah, sure. I like how everybody just reacts the same to have a blessed day. Like, what? Okay.
I love it. Have a blessed day. Fuck off. Okay.
In the meantime, Agent Mississippi already did her 2 search rolls for today. Did Medusa also do 2 search rolls? Just the one?
No, only one.
All
yeah.
Right. So let's say you do another search roll.
Let's say that. Oh, this one was a bit better, but still. 57 over 20.
It'll be a long campaign, guys. A long campaign.
Need to get other dice.
All right. Is there anything you guys want to do in the apartment right now?
Yeah, well, since she is not finding anything, she will get bored after a few hours, but I don't know how many hours has passed.
Well,
And
just to reiterate, you're not finding nothing. You are working the job. It's so much stuff, but nothing stands out that you are cataloged.
I think at some point when she gets tired of cataloging stuff, she will step back, go outside for a smoke, and also check the beepers while she's doing that to see, like to check if they're working and everything. So by the end of the day, when everybody's going, she gives them away.
Sure. So let's say you and Agent Mississippi take about 3 hours before the next smoke break. So it's right around 4 in the afternoon. Yep.
Yeah, okay for me.
Okay. You two both roll me a sanity check.
We don't stand each other, that's why. So it's a trouble for us to be in the same room for so many hours. By the way, the restaurant is in the background yet.
I rolled a 76 over 74.
I rolled the 24 under 68.
Agent Mississippi, you take 1 point of sanity damage as you still get the distinct feeling that you're being watched. And the same for Agent Medusa. You both get the feeling that you're being watched from seemingly all sides. You get the feeling that you're being watched from behind, and the moment you turn to watch that way, it still get the feeling that you're being watched from behind.
Creepy.
Lightly.
Yeah.
Is it okay if I talk about it with her?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have a feel? Are we smoking outside or are we inside?
Oh, you did the check inside, but I imagine you're stepping outside to go have a smoke.
Okay, so she will, she was looking for fresh air for her smoke. And do you have the feeling that you're being watched?
Yeah, and I don't like it. I don't know. It's very strange.
It's very creepy indeed. I mean, it probably is, the whole situation being an apartment filled with so many things. We cannot actually see the walls and the floor. So probably our minds are, our mind is, it makes us feel like it's not a safe place because we cannot see actually where we're stepping in. I feel like she's trying to bring a logical...
That is very, very deep explanation.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be.
We are human beings after all. So maybe the fact that we cannot see the end of the walls and the floor, it makes us feel like there's something behind looking at us. I don't like it. I don't like that feeling.
I don't really want to go back today anymore. I think I'm kind of done.
She checks her, I was going to say phone, no, her watch. She checks her watch for the time. Oh, they've been away for a while now. Are they still upstairs?
Let's retcon that, because I think in the meantime they would also be downstairs, but it's difficult to have all these things moving at the same time. So
no, what I thought is that maybe we are probably a bit in the future and they are still, doing things while you're...
Yeah, but that's difficult to get those lines.
Were we going to be at Art Life?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Maybe, yeah. But maybe you already said goodbye to we're going to Art Life.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you feel like you're going, I should give you the beeper. I think I'll stay a bit longer and see if they come back so I can give them the beepers as well. And I don't think I should be the one with the key of the apartment. I mean, I can, but
I mean, I can't take it with me now, because then you won't be able to look up.
Well, it's okay. I'll stay alone in the apartment then, I guess.
You sure?
Yeah, it should be fine. Just please check the beeper. If anything, I will write something to you there.
Fine. I'll keep it on.
That's nice. And remember, we talk in... How do you say that? We talk
Code.
In code?
We talk in code, yeah.
But then we have to establish a code first.
Oh, I think it's more interesting if we just let the code come to us and then we do the interpretation of it.
Would be more interesting, yes.
I'm a bit bored of doing so much paperwork. Maybe the messages are going to bring some, So I guess I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
All right.
Bye.
She drives off on her motorcycle.
Kelly will think like once or twice before she goes back to the apartment, actually. Alone, it's a bit creepy. But she will go back.
Sure. You go back and you are continuing cataloging in your lonesome. Let's check in with Manhattan and Agent Mother as they head up to Art Life.
We're going on an adventure.
You head up to Art Life. It's the 21st Street and 3rd Avenue. It's not far from the McAllister building. It's about, let's say, 2 p.m. that you arrive there. And get in, announce yourself. Hey, we are with the FBI. We are cataloging everything in, well, you tell me what you say.
I'm going to take it away, Mother?
Sure. Is there a receptionist? Or is it...
Yeah, there's a receptionist. You ask for Cynthia.
Yes.
And she puts you down on the couch, gives you a glass of water or a coffee, whatever you want. And after about 10 minutes, Cynthia comes, an African-American woman, heads up to you and asks you who you are and how she can help.
Cynthia, we are advisors with the FBI. This is my colleague Dominique the Coco, and I am Mary May Leland. And that just quickly flashed the identification that we have. I was wondering if we could have a little chat, maybe somewhere more private about Abigail Wright.
Yes, of course. Please step into my office. And she signals to the reception. Hold all calls. Cancel my appointment. This is more important. We have nothing but the highest respect for law enforcement and will cooperate to the fullest extent. Please, have a seat. And she leads you up to her office and takes place behind her desk. And there's 2 chairs on the other side of her desk. So take it away.
Thank you so much for taking the time to speaking with us today. I can understand that you've already spoken to some of our colleagues and people have been in touch already. It's just that, apologies if we're duplicating questions, I guess. But we'd be really interested to know a little bit more about how the apartment works and sort of the organization that around the apartment that Abigail lived in, and I guess the other tenants as well.
Yeah, well, we are Art Life. What we do is we bought the building in, I think, late 60s, and we set it up to house up-and-coming artists or artists that are not the most successful artists at that moment for a reduced rent, of course. Yeah. That's what we do. We are a non-profit, and usually the more successful artists, they pitch in for their up-and-coming colleagues. Yeah, that's what we do.
I think that's a great initiative. How many people are currently living in that apartment building?
4. Well, 5 if you count Abby, of course, Miss Wright. But yeah, I hope she'll get found. Yeah. And
how many apartments are there in the building?
It's 12 apartments total.
Okay.
Can you tell us the names of the occupants currently in there?
Yeah, and she gets a folder and she places it on the desk in front of her, recounts the names. So Louis, Roger, Michelle, and Thomas.
Did you have a former resident called Mark Rourke?
I would have to check the name doesn't ring a bell. And she heads over to one of the cabinets, checks the files. It's all alphabetical. She's standing there with her back to you. She check. No Rourke here. Sorry. Is he?
He's just a person of interest at the moment. I'd just like to ask you about the bills, how they get paid. Because as we entered the building, there's lots of notices saying all the power's being shut off and everything. Yet the power's still on in the apartment, so...
Yeah.
Are you paying the bills?
No. Yeah, that's kind of a thing we are running into at the moment. None of the tenants have paid their rent for a while. It's been more than a month, and late notices have been sent. I think, from what I know, that we're not truly looking to collect those rents at the moment because the agency they kind of want to renovate the whole building. And it will be about a few more weeks, and then we can send everything to a collection agency and start the process of, evicting the tenants.
Oh, there's no judgment here. No judgment. Business is business.
Is it safe to say then that you're waiting out until they are so overdue that you can, I guess, legally take them out of the premise and renovate the building for newer tenants to come in?
The company wants to. I personally don't want to. I think it's I wouldn't say inhumane to do it, but I don't think it's right. I mean, I've never had to evict a whole building before. It's... Whew.
Can I just ask, was Abigail behind on her rent before she disappeared?
Yeah, everything. Last payments have been a while ago. Every tenant is behind at the moment.
It would be really good for us to understand how behind they are, and I guess each individually when they stopped paying their, obligated payments. Is that something that you would be able to find out for us?
Yeah, it looks like most of them have stopped their payments around, looks like May? May, June? Yeah.
Okay.
Can I do a human check to see if she actually really is...
Yeah, what's your human score again?
70.
She's not lying.
So she does genuinely feel for these artists.
Yeah, and she's generally like cooperating with you to the fullest.
I noticed you said the company wants to renovate. Is that the company Art Life, or is that a company associated with Art Life, the organization?
It is Art Life.
Okay. And I guess another thing is you asked the question about Mark Rourke. When we noticed, when we mentioned him as a person of interest, we've established that Mark Rourke was not living in the building, but is Mark Rourke someone that you know?
No, again, I have no recollection of anybody with the name, and the files also don't show that he was ever a tenant of the building.
Would you be able to send us the names of the people that have lived in the building prior?
That is
over the last
private data. I'm not sure I can just give that out.
I guess it would be really good to understand if anyone moved out at the time, or just before, or just after Abigail disappeared.
Well, I can tell you that the tenants that are living there now have been the only tenants that have lived there for the last 2.5 years. 2 years. And nobody moved out except possibly Abby. Abigail Wright.
When was the last time you spoke to any of the tenants in the building? Personally, I guess. Ooh,
that's probably January, right around there.
Okay.
I take collections of rent, get maintenance involved if something breaks. It's not that I'm acquainted with these persons and these people.
No, I understand. And I guess, going there by yourself, asking for rent, I can imagine that isn't something that is your responsibility. And one more question. One of the tenants spoke about a night manager of the building, a certain Mr. Castaigne.
No, we don't have a night manager.
Was there a tenant ever named Castaigne, or maybe a repairman named Castaigne? Anyone that you have hired?
No, I can check the files again.
Yes, please.
Right, she stands up again. That's to the little file cabinet. Again, flipping through all the files. But even before she turns around, you can tell by her stance that she doesn't find anything.
Dominic, do you have any more questions for Cynthia?
No, I'm satisfactory with what we've...
I just want to thank you so much for your time, Cynthia. And, if we have any more questions, we'll definitely be in touch. But yeah, thank you so much for answering our questions.
You're more than welcome. Anything I can do to help. Again, law enforcement, you have our full cooperation.
Have a blessed day.
So nice.